It's compelling, it's cutthroat, it's chaotic, it's clever, it's controversy and chaos, baby.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Controversy and Chaos. This is episode 29. We're one away from the big 30-30. Can't wait.
Big 30. I was going to say like us, but you're 31 now. Sorry, forgot.
Last one. Listen, I'm 30 till I'm 50. Okay? I'm 30
That's
till
what
I'm
you
50.
said. That's what you said about 25. So which one is it?
And I was 25 till I was 30. Now I'm 30 till I'm 50.
True. Okay. Okay.
I'm prepared. Listen, I got, what, 29 years to just be the same age? But no, like, I don't have an issue with aging. Like, 31. Okay.
It's just something fun, you know.
Yep.
hmm
But yeah. Can I tell you how happy I am to be back in my house?
Girl, I was about to say, look at you behind in front of the flower wall.
In front of the flower wall. I feel like I haven't been home in a long time.
Yeah. Damn near a month.
Yeah, a month. And then even prior to that, I just feel like every other weekend I was somewhere that was not
hmm
my house. So now I'm just like, when I get home, I'm like, oh, I actually really do like my house. Or do you ever like leave your house for an extended period of time and then go home and be like, wow, my house smells good?
hmm hmm
Like, because I think I get so used to just like the way it smells. So I'm
Smell.
always changing. Like, I keep those little Bath and Body Works. Anytime they go on sale for $2.95, I go to the store and I buy $80 worth. Every single time. Like, I do the math. I'm like, okay, $80 roughly is gonna get me about maybe like 25, 30, 30 in the basket every time.
See, I used to keep those, but now I just stick to the candles because Matt and Celine are super sensitive with smells, their allergies, this, that, and the third. So I don't even bother putting the plugins in. I just do a candle every day.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do go through candles a lot, but
Yeah, like I keep the plugins. I have candles like on my candle warmers, but I think you just get used to like the way stuff smells. So I try to get
hmm
a variety or put different scents in every room of the house. So when I walk in, I could tell the difference in the smell.
hmm
You don't want your house to be that house that people are like, oh, their house stink.
oh
Because
yeah,
you
no,
go in some
nobody.
people's house, and they're like, your house has a smell.
I think everyone's house has a smell, but it's like just don't let it be stinky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for me, us living in an apartment, we have to take out the trash every day. Like literally, you let the trash sit for a couple hours. No, it has
That
to
was
go
their
out
trash.
every day
But I will say, like, all your houses smell exactly the same.
because I buy the same type of like scents.
Yeah. Like our apartment
hmm
smells like your old apartment
hmm
and it smells like your apartment now. Like they
Yeah,
all smell
like
exactly the same.
I like a warm, cozy smell, even in the
Yeah.
summertime. So it's like it's either warm and cozy or warm and fruity. So vanilla and something for sure.
Yes. And I
hmm
used to be such a vanilla hater,
I know, I know.
but now I don't know if it's like, how they say like every 7 years you get a new allergy
hmm
or whatever the time frame is. I feel like my nose has changed because certain things I used to be like, ugh, vanilla, disgusting. I still don't like
But
the bakery smell. Like, keep that pumpkin spice and all that holiday shit. Keep that shit away from me.
I like a pumpkin spice and an apple cider mule.
Well,
hmm
yuck. That
I
my
do,
nose will never be trained to like that.
I do.
But more like vanilla-ish scent, like perfumes, where it's still like vanilla, but a little bit of floral. It's not like
Yeah, that's different. You can blend it.
yes,
Whoa, you can blend it better when it's like perfumes versus like your actual home. I
yeah.
think.
But I was just like now I tend to like things that have like are like more warm scented that have
hmm
vanilla in it. Whereas
hmm
previously I'd be like, I could smell the vanilla. I don't want
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
don't know
I've
what it
always been
is.
like a warm. I also think that like when you're younger, when you think about vanilla and warm, you literally think about that Bath and Body Works smell that all of our grandmas loved. And I
Yes,
think that
like a
really like
pumpkin.
messed us up. Yes, I think that
Yeah.
really messed us up. But I've always loved that smell, that warm vanilla. I also love like a hazelnut. I love a French vanilla.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Sol de Janeiro,
hmm
62, the
hmm
pistachio and like caramel one, that's my new one.
Yeah, I remember you hated that one. Because remember I had the deodorant?
Yes. And
Mm-hmm.
when I tell you, I bought a little like discovery pack and it
Mm-hmm.
had like 4 or 5 different scents in them. Because I was like, okay, let me actually like give these a try. Because I'll smell them in the store, or I'm like every random person in Sephora. I walk past spray stuff and spray it on my hair and then walk away. Just
Mm-hmm.
mad scents everywhere.
And then now your brain smells like Sephora.
Yes. Now I smell like Sephora. Like, you know that Sephora smell.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered the little discovery kit and I'm like, okay, let me buy it, try them out. And I look at the bottles and I'm like, wow, 62 is like halfway gone. So I was like, yesterday I got an Ulta gift card for my birthday. So I went and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy the bigger size of not the huge, not the 8-ounce size, but whatever the
Mm-hmm.
one right below it is. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go buy one of those. And I went in there and Ulta had like a sale. It was like, oh, if you spend $40, you get like a little free gift or whatever for sold
I
this
need
year.
to try my app. I didn't even know they sold that at Ulta. I thought that was a
Yes.
Sephora exclusive.
No, they started selling it. So they don't sell all of the launches, but
Okay.
like the staple ones, like the 62, I think
Mm-hmm.
62, 40, and that light pink one, I think they sell
Mm-hmm.
those. They don't sell like the yellow and the green and the new summer ones or the like sunscreen. They don't sell those.
Oh, okay.
You still have to get that at Sephora. But when I went to get it, I got the body wash and I got the 62 spray, bitch, only for me to get to the register and then tell me that the free gift they sold out.
Girl,
If I
something
didn't have the gift
similar.
card, if I didn't have the gift card, I would have put that soap back.
I was gonna say something similar happened to me at Dunkin'. I'm gonna let you finish because I was pissed.
I
Okay.
was heated. I'm like, did you see my cart full of stuff? What do you mean you don't
Mm-hmm.
have that? And that just brings me, this happens at Ulta all the time. Anytime they have a free gift, they
Mm-hmm.
never have enough. So Ulta
Ever.
Beauty, we're gonna have to take this clip and I'm gonna have to add them. Ulta Beauty, send more. If you thought you sent enough, send
Send
some more.
double. Send triple,
Send double
quadruple.
because that's a popular brand. Like, I'll see like teenage girls buying that brand, grown people. So
Mm-hmm.
it's easy to spend $40 with that brand because
Mm-hmm.
some shit is like $24. Or if you buy a
Yeah.
cream, that's $48. Why are
Literally.
we running out? If a sale lasts 3 days, you should have enough.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to have to come here on the first day of the sale, especially like some days the sale be
Yeah.
like on a day where it's like, why would the sale start on this day?
Yeah, like, bitch, it's Wednesday.
Like, now I'm have to go out of my way to get to the store. I ain't gonna make it, babe.
Yes, it's Wednesday. Like, Friday evenings, Saturdays, Sundays, those are your heavy shopping days when the
Yeah.
line is at the back of the store. Those are the days you should have your sales and have more product.
Mm-hmm.
I was so mad, but they did let me use my double coupons because
Oh, okay.
it was my
Well,
birthday.
yeah.
It was my birthday, so you can either get a free little gift or you can get $10 reward.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, let me get the $10 reward. And then on top of that, because I'm a diamond member, I got a 20% off coupon. I just had a random one in my,
So you had 30% off and $10 off.
well, I had 20% off, $10 off, and I had a $50 gift card. So
Oh,
that was,
baby, you rich.
I had so much shit in my cart. I think I had like maybe like $100 or something in my cart. I think I may have paid like 32 by the time everything was, all the coupons and
Mm-hmm.
everything was done. And then some shit for Nyx was still like on the buy one, get one. And I was like,
Ooh, I need to check the app. I
taking
need to
those.
know.
But yes, it was great. And then
I love
today
that.
I found out that there is like a huge like Korean, Japanese skincare kind of like department store. And
Hmm.
I'm going to go because once I switch my skincare routine to strictly Korean products,
Oh,
skin
you're gonna
never
have
been better.
glass skin for real.
Skin never been better. So now I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wait, there's a whole warehouse? Now I have to go check it out. But the bad part is my friends who like skincare, makeup are
Mm-hmm.
not here. So I have to go by myself.
I mean, that's okay. A little retail therapy, self-care day.
Yes, and I'm gonna
This is
browse
your me time.
every single aisle.
Literally. And let me know. Find some stuff for good oily skin.
I'm gonna be in there. And I might have to do a little TikTok haul because I just
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm gonna be in there purchasing some shit.
Mm-hmm. You will.
Yep. Yes. But yeah. So
Girl.
my little
I love that.
My little spiel, my update.
No, let me give you my update as far as why I was about to really go in on Dunkin' Donuts because honestly, we love Dunkin'. It's not Dunkin'. I just feel like teenagers nowadays are so incompetent sometimes.
No, are you in my brain?
Like, we're
Because
always in each
this
other's
is
brain.
the topic of today. What? Are you in my brain?
Oh, oh, perfect. Because I have to get this off my chest because I was so mad and I know you'll understand. So listen, imagine, right? It's like Wednesday, no, it's like Thursday morning, drop Celine off at daycare. I'm passing by the Dunkin'. Now, at this point, I probably passed two Dunkins. And I said, you know what? I'm trying to do better at spending money unnecessarily, but I don't have a coffee machine anymore. So if I just go get a coffee, and I didn't go grocery shopping that week because it's been a crazy week, but I like, okay, I can get a small coffee and I could get like, a little breakfast sandwich, something like that. Cool. Spend about $6, $7. That's no biggie. Cool. All right. Go up to the Dunkin'. The line was long as heck. I'm like, why is the line so long? I don't know, whatever. Then I see this huge sign that says free medium drink, what to purchase. I said, oh, didn't see that in the app. I look
Because
in
if
my
I was
app.
going to be small, now I'm getting a medium.
Exactly. So I'm looking at the app. I'm like, I don't see it. So I'm just going to ask them. So I get up to the window. Good morning. I see that there's a sign for a free medium drink with purchase. I don't see it in the app. How do I get it? Oh, well, when you scan, you have the app, right? Yes. I literally just said I didn't see it in the app. Anyway, well, when you scan at the window, it'll just come off. Okay, cool. Ordered my drink, ordered the Dave's Hot Honey Bacon Egg Sandwich, which is absolutely amazing.
Is
It
it?
is like it's so good. It is like $5.59, but it's really good. So order my medium iced coffee. Total's about $10.59. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not gonna be $10.59 because the medium drink is free, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get up to the window. This is the thing that I don't like. Okay, as a customer service person, when you're taking someone's order, you tell them the total. Why do these teenagers never tell you the total? They just stick their hand out like the
Drive
Grove sisters.
around.
It literally come around, stick the hand out like the Grove sisters, and ask for the card. So me, I want to know what you're charging my card. I'm like, what's the total? 10.59. Okay, here's my little points. Scan my points. What's the total now? 10.59. I said I just spoke to the girl right there in the drive-thru. She said that medium drinks are free. Oh, well, it should be in your app. I literally asked her. She said it was not in the app. She said it will come up when you scan my points. Oh, I don't know. Then proceeds to reach for my card. I said, can you call that girl to the window? Because then I had to change my tone because I was very nice and then I went very like mom. I said, call her to the window, please. I went like that. The girl looks and she's like looking all dumb. She comes to the window. I'm like, didn't you just tell me that there's a medium drink is free with purchase? And she goes, yeah, if you have the app. I said, yeah, I just scanned my points and nothing came up. She goes, oh, how long have you been on the app? I'm like, years. And she goes, well, you have to be a new app user. Why the fuck didn't you
Why
say
didn't you
that?
see that?
So could I have paid for it? Of course, but it's the principle. You literally, I've had this conversation with you. Are you dumb? Or are you dumb? Pissing me off. So I said, take the drink off. Oh, you don't want the drink anymore? It's already made. No, I don't want it anymore because you should have told me. Could I have bought it? Yes, but it's like I said, it's the
It's the
principle. Don't
principle.
be dumb. Don't be dumb. Okay. So take it off and whatever, paid my little thing. They're like, oh, well, we're so sorry, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's cool. But next time, if a customer asks you, I had to literally take them to school. I'm like, customer service is very important, especially in the morning. I said, what if I was having a bad morning and I really wanted that coffee? I said, you should, do your due diligence and know the information you're telling the customer. And they're just sitting there looking dumb. I'm like,
Yes.
damn, do I really have to lecture them? No,
Yes.
but I did.
And while you at it, give me that coffee because all you're going to do is throw it in trash anyway. Give it to me.
I
Like,
was getting it. So after the lecture, they ended up giving me the coffee, but I didn't pay for it because it's the principle. Like customer service is so important. I'm like, I've been working since literally had to get that green slip sign, and my first job was Dairy Queen. Okay, so I know customer service. Shoot, I
you
worked in
and
H
Dairy Queen, insane.
R. Girl, I was
Did you work at the one in the mall? Or which one did you work
no
at?
26.
It is a Dairy Queen right there. It is. It's like the freestanding
Right next to
one.
the
Yeah.
windows. Yep.
Hmm.
So, yep, I was working at that Dairy Queen, and then, it was cool. Got free ice cream and stuff, Blizzards. I loved Blizzard. But, yeah, it's like I'm big on customer service. And when I thought about it, I feel like every job or business venture I've ever had, is dealing with customer service. And I just think that like young people, teenagers, they have, I don't want to say they don't have any work ethic. I feel like they don't
They
have
don't.
good work. They don't have good work ethic when it's things that they don't give a damn about. Do you think I cared about working at Dairy Queen or Wegmans or whatever jobs I ever had being a waitress? No, but I feel like when you step into any role, you take it on as this is your job. Like they don't take shit seriously. And that made me so mad. Like, yes, I'm happy I got the free coffee, but I had to lecture them because, like,
Yes. Like it's too many times that my order be fucked up and I just be like, hello? What are we doing? Like,
or even the fact of if I'm getting an iced coffee, why the fuck would you not put liquid sugar in it? Are you dumb? Like, why do I have to tell you liquid sugar?
like it comes like that. There's a recipe card. Just follow it.
Like,
Do it right. No, I feel you. And I'm like, some of it, I be trying not to be like, I guess that old person that be complaining about everything. But certain
but
things,
no,
like, come on, I'm paying my money for my food. I shouldn't have to, like, literally, now I'm going to sit at this window an extra two
hold
minutes.
up the
I'm going
line.
to open up every single thing in here because you couldn't get it right when I was ordering it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to pull up and check all my food. Food is way too expensive nowadays. Like I shouldn't be going through the drive-through at McDonald's and getting two things and it's almost $20. I'm like,
Girl,
no, I'm going.
literally spent $32 on Chick-fil-A yesterday. All we got was two 12-pound nuggets and a kid's meal.
Yeah.
$32.
So I'm going to check my food because when I get home, I want my shit a specific way. And if it's
Mm-hmm.
anything different, if I go to Chick-fil-A and I tell you no pickles on my sandwich and bitch is pickles on my sandwich,
So I'm driving back around. I don't give a damn
I'm
if I'm
I'm
ordering.
driving back
I'm
around
coming
because
back.
I
I'm
can't eat
coming back.
I can't eat that. But I think it's the same thing. And I was literally going to bring it up as a topic today because I just feel like the work ethic is not there. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
whole lot of just like entitlement. Like, okay, I have this job and I really don't have to do shit to get paid. And I feel like all the
Mm-hmm.
jobs that we had as like teenagers, it wasn't like that. Like
Mm-mm.
my first job was at the fucking children's place. And you know how much of a madhouse retail is.
Oh yeah, I did
Especially
retail too. Macy's.
especially children's place. Like folding
Mm-hmm.
up little clothes takes forever because there's so many of them.
So
There's so
many
many of them. You would have kids and their parents just ripping through everything. Don't and bitch,
without
don't let
care.
it be a sale. Don't let it be a fucking sale. Like the mayhem that would be caused in that store, especially on a Saturday midday. Oh, I hated that shift.
Mm,
Don't put me on second shift. Mm-mm,
mm.
I don't want it. Give me opening on Saturdays. Don't give me no midday shift.
No,
Because
for real.
before it's a madhouse. But I just feel like we had to provide customer service. Like we had to help
Mm-hmm.
people. You had to walk around the store. You had to be polite. We had to greet everyone when they came to the
Mm-hmm.
register. We had to say please, thank you. Like it was very like the customer service aspect of it was very strict in our
Oh
stores.
yeah.
And I don't know if it was just like our manager, but we had to carry ourselves even if we were just teenagers, we had to carry ourselves a certain
Mm-hmm.
way. We couldn't just be like, oh,
You have
hey,
to show up looking the part. Like I
yes,
will say, I've had a couple of different customer service or retail jobs. Okay, so my first retail job was Hollister. Yes, I was a Black Hollister girl. And I didn't last long because I had to leave. I said, this feels very weird. I feel like this is a cult. You guys are a little bit horses. You want me to wear my hair a certain way. All these rules that I just could not abide by. Like,
hmm
no, I couldn't do it. So me and Hollister didn't work out. But the next retail store that I worked at was Macy's. And I worked at like two or three different locations for years, like on and off. And I really loved working at Macy's, especially the handbag department. That was my favorite department. Hated the shoe department. And intimates was cool, but it's like, why is this granny coming here asking me to measure for her bra? Like, girl, them things, you don't know your bra size? You about 82. Like, please. That was so annoying. But I love working at Macy's in the handbag department also because it was competitive and I'm super competitive. So it's like hitting those certain goals every day. I loved it. I don't know. It's like we just took pride in our work.
yes, I feel like we really just like took pride in our work. We there was a standard like coming to work. Like I
Mm-hmm.
remember we couldn't wear leggings to work.
Heck no.
We
And the
could
thing
not
is,
wear
like I said,
leggings.
working at Macy's, we had to wear all black slacks, dress pants. It better not look like a jean. If it was a black jean, put a blazer over that thing. Like,
Yeah, like we really had to look the part. We had to
mm-hmm.
act the part at work. And I'm just like, where did this like fall off from? Because I feel like the only place you could really get good customer service and like 9 times out of 10 your order is going to be right is Chick-fil-A. Other than that,
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
a teenager at the drive-through, I already know that this is just gonna be bad. This shit happened to me at McDonald's. So Harper is very specific. She wants 2 barbecue sauces.
Mm-hmm. I've learned.
Two. There better be 2 in the bag
Mm-hmm.
because then she can't eat if it's not 2 Barbie sauces.
Mm-hmm.
So I order, and usually at the window, I'm like 2 barbecue sauces. I already know y'all play these games. We're like, oh, it's extra for extra sauce. I don't care. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you at the window to put 2 on there. So that's your opportunity to charge me a quarter or whatever you gonna fucking charge me. That's your opportunity right there.
Ridiculous.
So when I roll around and I pay and I get to the window to pick up my food, don't tell me that it's extra because I asked for it back there. So I open every single time. I open her Happy Meal. I look, I only saw 1 barbecue sauce. So I'm like, yo, I need it. So I had to honk the horn, like, I need extra barbecue sauce. So
Mm-hmm.
the girl, she goes and she gives me 2. This other girl comes behind her. Like she came out of nowhere, very unprovoked. And she was like, why are you giving her 2? It was 1 in the bag. I snatched them damn sauces so fast. I was like, oh, thank you. And put them in there and drove off. Cause I'm like, you're not about to make
Don't
your way
play with
to
me.
you're not about to make your way to this window to argue with me about why she gave me 2 barbecue sauces. One, I fucking asked for 2.
Exactly. The first time.
The first time. I don't care that you only want to allocate 1 per 6 nuggets. I'm going to need a second one because my kid wants a second one. Give it to me.
Like, if you're gonna charge me, then you should have just charged me.
And
But I'm not swiping my card for 25 cents.
I'm not
Get
swiping my
the fuck
card
out
for
of here.
25 cents, and I don't have cash or change. Sorry, I used it at the laundromat. But what I just be like, what are we doing here? Why are we arguing with people about 25 cents? Is this
I
coming out
don't
your check?
know.
It just, and outside of that, it just be the attitude. It's just like, bitch,
Mm-hmm.
I
Just
didn't ask you to work
stank.
here.
And don't get me wrong, there have always been stank ass customer service or drive through people. That's not what I'm saying. But
But
I
it's
do,
more prevalent right now
yeah.
than it has been in any other time. And I don't know
Now,
if it was just, I don't know, because it was, for me, it was just like something about having your first job or having
having your
a job.
own.
Yeah, like having a job in general. It was like you
Mm-hmm.
had your job, you paid for your own shit, you went on
Mm-hmm.
about your fucking day. And I just feel like kids don't have that. It's just like, oh, I'm entitled to work here. I'm entitled to get paid to do nothing all day. And I'm just like, these kids will never fucking survive. And so all my people who have worked at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, you know what I'm talking about. These kids would never,
Yeah.
ever be able
Yeah.
to handle it. Even when I worked in accounting and I had to answer the phone, customer service was still like, no, you better provide top tier customer service. Even though I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, this call has nothing to do with my department, I still got to answer your question. I
Yep.
still have to sit on the phone with you for 30 minutes while you tell me that person that crashed that car wasn't you. I'm like,
We know it
okay.
was you.
If it wasn't, that's a whole different department, baby. That had nothing to do with me. But I still have to listen
Mm-hmm.
to the call. Now, granted, every now and then it'd be one person that have to get out of pocket and I have to bang it on them. Done. You're not about to yell at me. Click, done. And don't call back, because if you call back and you get me, hello, click again.
Mm-hmm.
But you couldn't treat your customers like shit or act
Mm-hmm.
like it was bothersome for them to ask you a question. You couldn't do that.
I have a theory about this, which I never thought about until right now. But I have a couple theories. So let me cook
Let
a
you
little
cook.
bit.
Let you cook.
I mean, look at my Frenchies, so classy and cute.
I need to get my
Period.
nails done. So these are still old. These are my
They look
birthday.
good from here, but um, okay. I think that for most of the people in our generation, right, um, our parents were like working all the time, right? So did they provide? Absolutely, but it was also kind of like you need to get out there and make you some money. You want to have your nails done every 2 weeks? You want to go to the skating rink with your friends. You want to, whatever it is you want to do. Some of us, yeah, we might have had allowances, but what is this allowance going to do for me? I got big plans. I need big money. Okay. So that was my main thing. It's like, okay, if my parents did give me money, it was kind of like, all right, how far can I stretch this? Not enough. I've always been a lavish girl. Like, I'm sorry, I need my money. So whether that was me having my own babysitting business, yes, I got CPR certified and all the certifications. I have my little babysitting business, which eventually I became a nanny for like care.com and all that stuff. I've always had one or two jobs or some type of income. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think now the parents of these current teenagers, I'm not saying everybody's just well off, but I think that the parenting is different in a way where it's not survival. Most of these kids, if they have a job, it's probably just because, not all, depending on where you live. We live in the suburbs, so I'm talking about suburban kids, okay? A lot of them don't have a job out of necessity. They have a job out of like, you know, I was doing bad in school, so my parents are going to give me as much money, so now I need a job. Or my parents made me get a job or a summer internship or whatever the case may be. I don't think it's a job out of necessity. And I feel like they also see a lot of people making money doing different things because a lot of kids don't desire to be in corporate America or working for corporations. They see people making money online by doing just any and everything. Like you can make money online doing any and everything, like I said. So they see things like that, and maybe in their mind, they're kind of like, who cares about this job? I can go get me another retail job, or I can go get another fast food service job, or waitress job, or this, that, and the third, or I don't need this, you know? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's why, because a lot of kids do not aspire to be a corporate woman or a corporate man unless you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant. Most people do not see other jobs as like corporate or something that you need to walk around with a sense of like pride about.
Yeah, I can see that. That it's like this is just here for fun. Like the second I don't want to do this shit no more, I'm out of here.
Literally.
And I would say like I didn't have to get a job. My parents didn't make me have to get a job. I chose to do it. Like nobody was ever like, oh, you have to go and get a job. Like if I needed my nails done, I got my nails done. Like, you know, whatever I needed. But it was also like my parents didn't let me just like fuck around and just do nothing all day or just be lazy all day. Like my mom owns a business, so I helped with her business. Like if I needed to open or if I needed to close, you know, helping with like making meals, you know, doing all of those things. So it's just like you earned your keep. But I feel like now it's definitely different. Like, do kids have chores?
Well, mine will.
Yeah, like I give Harper her little chores now. Like she's responsible for feeding the dog. She wasn't responsible for helping me like water my plants, but they died while we wasn't here for a month. Plants is crispy. I'm gonna just dig them up.
Not fried out and laid to the side.
Girl, they are. My flowers were pink, orange, and yellow. They're brown. They are by the color of my hair. Crisp. Done. Just done. It's ridiculous. So yeah, like I give her like little things, but as she gets older, I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to have some responsibility just to teach some kind of like work ethic, responsibility. You can't just lounge around and think that have your hand out and I'm gonna just keep putting something in it.
Yeah, like I was always the teenager or the kid. Like there's no such thing for me as sleeping past 9 o'clock. Even if my parents didn't tell me like, oh, you need to be up and out and doing something, I just always felt like,
no, see, I'm going to sleep.
Not me. I was always like, I don't care. Like I was a kid that like everybody in the house gonna be asleep. I'm gonna be downstairs making coffee and flipping pancakes. I don't know. I've just always been that way.
To sleep. Like the only time that I would really like get up is if I heard my mom moving around and I'm like, oh shit, let me get up. Because once she leave for the day, I'm in the house. So let me get my ass up and get dressed. Like, so if I heard her,
you ain't gonna leave me here.
You ain't gonna leave me here. That's one thing about my mom. She used to be ready. Because when I'm ready to leave, I'm leaving. So whatever you gotta do, if you hear, because like my room is in the basement, so and it's right next to the water heater, so I can hear the water.
The showers and stuff.
I can hear the shower is going, and as soon as I hear some water, I'm up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get up, brush
Mm-hmm.
my teeth. I'm running upstairs to take a shower. Like I'm dressed for the day.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be
Yeah.
left. So
No, that was me. When my mom was going out, listen, one thing about Janice, when she go out, she's going all day.
all
She
day,
could be going to one store. No, she's going. She could say, "I'm going to Walmart, babe." She's going everywhere in town. And guess
and then
what? You're
be in a
you're
whole
not
different
leaving.
city at said
Yeah,
Walmart,
that too. Yeah,
whole
that
different
too.
city.
That too. And it's like, ma'am, I'm not staying here because if I stay here, I'm gonna have to watch these kids,
I'm
and
out.
I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna come with you. I'm gonna put my sneakers on because my feet gonna hurt. So let's go.
Yes, I will listen. That's how my mom was. Still is to this
Mm-hmm.
day. So now Harper be like, be ready, because we got places
Be
to go.
ready.
Get your shoes on.
Mm-hmm.
Get up in the morning, brush your teeth, wash your face, put your clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to go.
And don't be coming outside looking like anything either. Put
Girl.
some pride in what you put on. At least make it look good.
Yeah. Kids sometimes just be like, if that's what you want to wear, child, okay.
Oh yeah, I mean sometimes it's kind of like within reason. Like Celine the other day she wanted to wear her flower dress and a pair of Crocs the Minion Crocs that did not match at all, like at all. But guess what? Your hair looks decent. Your face not ashy. You got lip gloss on. You alright?
Yeah. Certain things, I'm not gonna argue with you about
Yeah,
this. When
but
Harper
shoes
wanted
is
to
the
go
main
to the
thing.
mall dressed like Spider-Man, okay, let's go. I don't ask me why my kid has a cape on and a mask.
Hey yo,
Don't
I'm
ask,
Spider Man.
because this is for my mental sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on. I'm not arguing with you. You want to run around looking like Spider-Man? Who am
At
I?
least she can express herself. She doesn't. She sticks out in the crowd. We love that.
Yeah. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we gonna rock and roll. But yeah, I just don't understand these kids. I really don't get it. And I hope they get it together, because every time I pull up, I just be like, clearly you might need a college degree to work here. Because it don't be clicking, Steven. Like it don't be clicking.
I
And
just think they just don't care. I don't even think it's that they're dumb. I just really think they just don't give a damn.
no,
Which
it's,
is like
it's a little dumb in
there's
It's
certain
a little
parts
dumb.
about the generation under us that I appreciate. I appreciate that, you know, they feel like they have options, which is good. I appreciate that. But
They
also
have
I think it's just
options.
yeah, but it's
Everybody
just
said options, but
but how they go about it is just like
when you're at your option, don't be rude.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's really it. It's fine to make a mistake, but having a stank ass attitude and just not knowing simple things,
Mm-hmm. And
I,
then get mad because you don't know the simple things.
yeah, that
Why are
that
you mad at me?
that be the shit that grinds my gears.
Yeah, for sure.
But in other news, I think I sent it to you about it. Our fave, Cardi. Well, do you want to talk about Cardi or you want to talk about JT first? Which one would you like? I'll let you pick.
We can talk about Cardi first since you brought it up.
Okay. So, as you know, Cardi B single, I guess she was on a song with Rob 49, which I
Mm-hmm.
love. Like,
Absolutely loved it.
like,
Loved it.
I'm sorry, but any song featuring Cardi B, it really, really, really don't ever miss.
It don't, and I don't
It don't
understand the
miss.
slander. But go ahead. I'm
And
listening,
I
babe.
just, it don't miss. It always hit. It's always gonna slap. It's gonna be visually good. I feel like bars wise, it's gonna be good. It's gonna get me hyped. Like, I'm gonna hear this in the club. I'm gonna hear this outside.
I'm here outside. I'm here inside while I'm getting ready.
I'm gonna
While
hear
I'm
it
in
in
the
my car,
gym. While I'm doing my makeup. I'm gonna
hearing
hear it.
hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
So she releases that, and she's also on like Twitter Spaces as well as Joe Budden. Well, Joe said some things on the podcast that I feel like Joe could not say majority of the things that he says. And some of
Yeah,
it,
because
I think that he's trying to be salacious.
yeah, but it's like Joe, you know how to be salacious by just being yourself. You can always tell when he's dead ass just saying stuff and it's like, ooh, shock value versus like, no, you're trying to get a rise or a reaction. And the
Yeah.
clip that you gave me, I definitely felt like he was trying to get a rise or a reaction out of that girl. Like,
Yeah.
why
Or
are
just
you
like,
calling
why
that
are you
lady?
Yeah, you could be talking about somebody, but don't within, like, not even put a period on a sentence, a period space, and start another sentence and just be like, when your bitch just won't get a job, like, bitch, go do something. Like, because now you're correlating this with me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the case.
Like
So,
you're not talking about my music or me not having an album anymore. Now this is personal because
yes,
you're
now
telling
it's,
me. And then not to mention, you know what? Fuck it. It made me so mad watching that clip because like you already know what her and her man went through, right? So you making jokes about don't you hate it when your bitches be all up on under you and all up in your face, this, that, and the third. Granted, I don't think that's the case between them. I really do think they love each other. But it's like they have already gone through plenty of issues in their marriage. Why are you sitting here for content purposes, adding fuel to the fire? That's just mad weird and immature. Like making it seem like yeah, your nigga really do not fuck with you. That man does not like you. That's why he goes out here and cheats on your ass all the time. That's literally what it gave. And it's
yes.
like, why would you even be saying that at your big grown age? Like, please.
Yeah, like
I did
certain,
not like that. That was
yeah, it
nasty
was just
work.
like, it was just cringy. And again, it was one of those things that it was just unnecessary to
Mm-hmm.
say. Like, you could have just not said it and avoided the issue because they have had exchanges in words in the past. Offset has called Joe personally, like, yo, stop. Like, that's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to say that. You don't have to bring other women into it. You don't have to bring my wife into it. Like, you could just leave shit alone. So if somebody's man is personally picking up the phone and calling you and y'all are having a conversation, it
Mm-hmm.
just, for me, it's kind of just a lack of tact and mad disrespect. Because now I'm taking it as
Yeah.
disrespect. It's 100% disrespect at this point. What other way am I taking it? If I've constantly said, stop talking about me, you could just leave my name out of it. You could not address me
All. Like
at all,
literally.
and you keep doing it. So now it's a personal thing because there are certain people that Joe does not speak about. The same way that he does not speak negatively about Eminem, you're capable of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You just pick and choose when you want to. It's not a thing
Right.
of you talk about everybody the same way. I've been saying it for months, if not years. Joe is not a Cardi B fan. He is a
No.
Cardi B hater. The same way that he hates Drake and mask it as, oh, I'm a fan, it's the
Mm-hmm.
exact same thing.
Yeah, he used to do that with Meg, but now he's all the way out just straight hating her. So
Which still doesn't, I don't compute. I don't understand it,
I
but
don't get it either.
I don't get it, but it's just like you can pick and choose to be like, okay, this person had a song or this person's tour is doing better than any other female rap tour ever. Cool. Kudos to her. Boom. You could
Mm-hmm.
just leave it just like that. Nothing, not too much detail. You touched on it and you move on. Simple and easy. You could do the exact same thing with Cardi,
Mm-hmm.
especially if she keeps saying stop.
Yeah, and my
And
thing is, no one's getting on him for like critiquing her, right?
no,
Like, you all have the same critiques. Like, Cardi, put out the album, put out the music, put out whatever you have going on. But I just think that, like, when you make it personal and start talking about her relationship, like, go get a job. Like,
that was that was
what does your girl do again? What's his girl do?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
She a bottle girl? She somebody at Starlets? What does she do? I have no idea. How about she go get a job? That's
I
what I'm
don't.
saying. Like leave people's relationships and stuff out of it.
Yeah,
Like why
like
are you're weird for that? And you know what else? It also pissed me off because honestly I've missed hella episodes of the pod. And I used to be a heavy both of us like heavy into the JBP, the JBP network, all of it. And it just hasn't slapped for me. I don't
yeah,
know. And it's like the topics that you choose to talk about, when it's stuff that people really want to hear your take on,
you
you
don't
act like,
say anything.
yeah, but when it comes to Cardi B or certain other girls, you are so happy to be in women's business. That's weird. I can't even defend it anymore because I
No.
will say I was a Joe defender at one point because I'm like, oh, it's content, it's podcast, whatever. But now it's just like you make shit too personal for literally no reason at all.
Yeah. So it was just like that was the main thing that bothered me. It's not. I don't think it's a matter of being above criticism about what
Hmm.
you're putting out because that's what everybody is going to do. If people like the song, if people don't like the song, sometimes like songs come out, you could hear like, okay, that clearly was an old song. You put it out.
Hmm.
But at the same time, I'm also champion artists who take 3, 4, 5 years to make an album. They put out a song that they clearly made 5 years ago. I mean, Renaissance, Cowboy Carter, Ride or Die. Those albums are old. They have some new songs mixed in there, but a lot of the songs are old songs. They recorded it 5 years ago. If something takes you 3 years to make, yeah, you know that this one of these songs is 3 years old, maybe older. And we know that Beyonce is known for giving us a song that she recorded 10 years ago and bringing it back and be like, okay, now here's the time for this song to come out.
Yeah,
I
and there's nothing
don't
wrong with
care
that
about
because if you take your time to put it out, that means you actually like it for the most part. Like, why would you put
yeah,
out an old ass song you don't like?
yeah, you like it, you care about it. My only
Mm-hmm.
thing is I feel like the criticism that Cardi gets is not consistent across the board. And I always use Lauryn Hill as the example. People champion an album that came out 30 years ago and she had one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that she was with the Fugees. They were separate. Once you step out and jump off the ledge as a solo act, I don't care about that other shit. I'm not comparing Beyonce to Destiny's Child. That was what it was. Destiny's Child was Destiny's Child. That is completely separate. We're talking about your solo career. We're not talking about nothing else. So if we can champion a one album artist whose album I personally, I don't rank it that high, but some people are like, this is in their top 5. Okay, that's cool. That's great for you. But we can't champion one thing and then condemn Cardi for doing the exact same thing. And the way that I look at it outside of just the music, if you look at her life, Cardi has kids. She's suspected to be pregnant with her 3rd child. And from people who actually follow her, who watch her lives, who watch her stories, you know that she's an active parent. She's with her kids all the time. Whether it's going to her kids' trunk or treats at schools, just dropping them off, getting them ready. Like she's teaching her kids Spanish. Like she's an active parent. So at what point as like women, are you allowed to just be like, okay, this really is not on the front burner for me. I'm having my babies right now. They're small. I want to be present with my children, not having to, yes, you can take your kids and drag them across the world to tour and do all of these things. But for some people, they don't want to do that. They want their kids to have as normal of a life as possible. I want you to go to school. I want you to have friends. And she's always said that she don't have a nanny.
She has her mom and her dad, but
yeah, like she has like her family to help her. But if you choose that, okay, at this stage of my life, I just really want to be a parent. Yeah, I'm working on music. An album could have come out, but now I'm pregnant again.
And it's not like she's not doing anything. Like
Yeah.
how many the TikTok live experience, all the different things that Cardi has done outside of putting out songs. Like she's put out singles.
Yeah, like
She's
she
been
has more
featured.
singles than some artists have even albums to cover as their body of work. She has more singles, whether it's her solo singles, her featured singles. And if people really want to be like, because I know like the big thing is like, oh, like people really don't care anymore. That's not true. Because if that wasn't true, Cardi B still wouldn't be getting features. I'm like, those people are calling her. She ain't calling them. So clearly her name, her being on somebody's song still does something.
Yeah.
If you want to be real about it, a lot of the girls that are out today are direct descendants from Cardi B. Not only just musically, but the lifestyle that they have of knowing that okay, I can have kids right now. I don't have to sacrifice my entire career and wait till I'm in my late 30s, early 40s to start having children. And that's no shade to anybody because that was the industry standard. It was like if women got pregnant early in their career was done. Cardi was one of the only people to show you, actually, that's not true. I had a baby before, when my debut album came out, I was giving birth.
Yeah.
I went to Coachella fully pregnant.
Rocky City Fest, I think, that year.
Yeah, like put on a full show, worked and worked and worked, had a baby, still worked and worked and worked. Clearly you can do it. So now you have Carisha had a baby. You have Lotto when she does interviews like, oh, I want kids. I want to do this. It's just like because and every time they give an explanation, they bring her up.
Of course, yeah.
They always mention Cardi because she showed you that it's possible. You can do it. And I will say another thing that she's done that I personally think has kind of like changed the game is making your having your brand from the beginning. Because you know, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
artists, because you can even take like Rihanna as an example. Rihanna has a brand now where she doesn't have to make music anymore,
Mm-hmm.
but she pretty much solely only made music up until she started doing
Yeah.
like collabs. Like she would do her collabs with Puma. But when Fenty Beauty dropped in 2017, this was like, this is Rihanna, the brand.
Mm-hmm.
This is not, I'm not putting out no album. I'm giving you a brand. This is my longevity. I don't ever have to sing a song again. But
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of artists, they tend, especially, I would say like pre 2018, you only ever seen people do it one way. You establish your music career, then you try to venture off and do other things.
Yep.
But you do it
Never
late.
simultaneously.
Yeah, never simultaneous. Never simultaneous.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, I don't understand like the hate that one person could get when they're literally creating the path for everybody that's following them. And those
Yeah.
girls are following the exact same path.
And honestly, first always gets the hate, especially when there's so many people being compared to you. And that's the other thing that I don't really like. I don't really care for people comparing Cardi to the new girls. Like, why are we comparing Cardi to a Glorilla, Lotto, JT, any of them? They're not in the same class at all. Like, I also wouldn't compare Cardi to Nicki, but
No,
I think Cardi's in her own class. I don't even know who I would honestly compare
I
to
would
her.
say, no, I would say
Maybe Meg? No.
no, I wouldn't. I actually would not compare. I think just the way like Nikki stands alone, I think Nikki stands
Hmm.
alone. She is at the top of her thing. I wouldn't even compare Nikki to a Kim or a Foxy. If it's
No.
like I
Mm-mm.
wouldn't compare her because one, the career longevity, like the things that Nicki Minaj has been able to do in her career has been
Hmm.
light years ahead of what anybody else has done prior to her and what people
For
will do
sure.
after her. So she stands
Hmm.
completely alone. I think Cardi stands completely alone. I think
Hmm.
that
I
when you,
agree.
I, I think when you start separating, if you needed to organize people where they belong, I actually would not put Lotto up under Cardi. I will move her in the Nicki category. Regardless of their
Hmm.
beef, you can tell that like artists like Nicki Minaj, this is what I want to do. I want to be an
Hmm.
artist. I don't want to be a brand. I don't want to be these other things. Like eventually, yes, you kind of naturally fall into those things. But I think
Hmm.
the bread and butter at the end of the day, I want to be an artist.
And I think
And I
that
think
brings me
that
to my
Lotto is
main,
the exact same way. Like you can tell
yeah.
she, well, we've watched it. She has wanted
Hmm.
to be a rapper, to be an artist her entire life. So it's different from, you have to separate her away from a Cardi. She's not under that tree. She's
Which
under,
is why, yeah, which is why for me, I don't really understand the Cardi criticism when it comes to her music because to me, it'd be different if Cardi was saying, yeah, I'm the queen of this rap shit. I'm the best rapper. I'm the this, that. No, Cardi makes music. She makes music that she likes, her own tone, her own flow, whatever the case may be. I feel like if she was claiming to be the queen of rap and all that stuff, then yes, we should criticize her based off of her music productivity. But she's never claimed to be any of these things. I don't think anybody's ever even called Cardi the queen of rap. Cardi is just Cardi. And that's what I don't
I feel like
understand. Like, why are people
people do, but I feel like people be doing it to just
to
spite.
be shady?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm
not
talking like,
anybody is just like, oh, I actually believe this.
yeah, but that's why I don't understand the the whole criticism. Like, why are y'all so mad? It's not like she has herself on this pedestal. I just think people want to be able to fairly compare her to Nikki because of their beef. And I really wish people would just kind of leave it alone. Like, please let their beef die. Please
Yeah, like
just let
we
it
can
go.
just, everybody
Like
could be in their,
everything within
yeah.
the female rap goes back to the Cardi and Nicki beef. Let it go. I'm sick of it, honestly.
Yes, it's just like other people are coming out and inheriting.
Yes.
I'm like, y'all inheriting, not even inheriting, you're inserting yourself into some shit that just really has nothing to do with you. At the end of the day, they are two completely separate people. They have two
Yeah.
completely separate trajectories, paths, everything. I, I just don't. understand it, but I do feel like a lot of the criticism and hate that she receives is unfounded. And it, to me, I feel like it's only people who see things one way
Mm-hmm.
as like, oh, this is the only way that you should be able to operate in the music industry. And every single time
Yeah.
proving that, no, I don't have to. My name still ring bells. People still want me on their songs. I am still, if we want to be honest about it, responsible for the artists that y'all are ranting and raving about right now. I gave them their biggest song. My feature, my voice on their song helped them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is no City Girls at the height that they were at without Cardi being on twerk.
And I don't want to hear them saying anything about a Drake collab because nobody even remembers Y'all Nice for What. What did they even say? They had two lines on
They
that
did
song.
ad libs. They
Yeah,
did ad
like
libs. That wasn't their biggest thing. Cardi B
no.
being on twerk at that
Yeah.
height after just having a baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
Oh,
huge.
I think that was their, and still probably to date, their biggest song.
Mm-hmm.
Their most watched video came from that. Tomorrow too. Do you remember the regular Tomorrow? No, but you know Tomorrow
No.
too. You know WAP. You know these
Mm-hmm.
things, and it's just like, oh, these records are not necessarily like all of them, but these are records that are songs that are breaking records. These are diamond
Mm-hmm.
records. It's like, how many
And
times
they're
do
culturally important, honestly, all
culturally
of them.
important? So it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't condemn somebody like, oh, somebody doesn't want to be an artist or they don't want to put out things if they're
Yeah.
constantly doing it and still breaking records. People being like, oh, she's flopping. Where?
Yeah.
Because if
No.
you a flop, people don't keep calling.
Yeah. And my thing is, I get the whole idea of okay, like certain songs came and left, like bongos. I like bongos,
I did.
but that's the music of this time. Like a lot of times, the music comes and goes so quick because we hear it on the radio. I don't listen to radio, but we hear it on the radio. As soon as we get on TikTok and Instagram, everybody's using these sounds. So of course, they're going to blow up really quick and then fizzle out. You know what I mean? That's just
Mhm.
how the music industry in general works today. And that's not just female artists or Cardi B. That's literally everybody. That's how it is. So I don't know.
Sometimes the criticism is not warranted, and
Hmm.
now it's just like she kind of it is what it is, and sometimes it's just not. I don't feel like it's
Yeah.
warranted, and sometimes you could just not talk about people. If you really don't like a person, you could really just say nothing, and that's what I think
Yeah.
that bringing it back to Joe, I think that he should just get into is add that to the list of people that you just don't talk about because it's
Yeah,
giving.
but that see even that I agree with, but I also don't agree with because his show is like a cultural music podcast, right?
Then
And
leave
it's
it
like
to the other people.
exactly. I was
You
gonna say
you have
honestly,
6 people on the show, leave it to the other 5 people. The same way that he does not
literally.
speak about Eminem, but allows for everyone else to give their opinion, their critique.
Hmm.
You could do the exact same thing. You could
Yeah, with the
just
people you don't care about, which is typically women. So it's like, I mean, well, no, I can't really say that because Joe is just Joe. There's a lot of people he don't care for. But like you said, you don't have to speak on them. And if you do decide to speak on them, leave people personal lives out of it.
yeah,
Like, I didn't,
yeah,
boo.
leave the personal lives separate because that was the nasty part for me. I'm just like, ooh,
Hmm.
that sometimes we could just like not and say we did. We could just not talk about it.
Hmm. Yeah. Speaking of not talking about things, when I woke up this morning, I just knew you were going to ask me about JT.
Because
I was,
you are a
I
JT
am,
fan.
I
So
am a JT fan.
I only listened to it for you because I knew you were gonna ask, oh, did you listen to it? And I'm just like, I listened to it and it's very Jeezy coded. And I will say, I don't know if the reason that I don't like it is because I'm not a big Jeezy fan.
I
So
don't even want to say Jeezy, but yes, it's definitely that era of
yes, like, but I like Gucci. And to me, it
yeah,
sounds more Jeezy-esque
Jeezy.
than it does Gucci. They were the
Yeah.
sound at that time.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
I never really care for Jeezy. Like the popular songs, like things that would be on the radio or that play in the club,
Hmm.
obviously, cool. you're going to know those songs. You tend to like them, one, because you hear them so much and they're more commercially.
Yeah.
But when people just like are diehard Jeezy fans, I don't understand. It goes way over my head.
Yeah. I'm not a diehard Jeezy fan, but I there's a couple in the deep cuts that I like, but I am way bigger of a Gucci fan.
Yes.
In that whole era. As far as JT, right? Like, I feel like a lot of the songs had a lot of potential, but it's like the beat is switching up. Why are you not switching your flow, though?
Okay.
Why are you rapping so slow, though? Like, why? Where is the, like, she just didn't sound confident. And, like, a lot of those bars, like, when you listen to it, I was like, oh, yeah, she's taking a shot at Glorilla. She's taking a shot at Cardi B. She's taking a shot, like, she was talking big shit about Cardi B. Talking about putting the bottles in your ass when I was scared. Like, the material is there. The delivery just was not, it was something not there. There are some songs that I like, but even like the one with the video she just put out, 90s Baby, I really love that song. I love the video. But when the beat switched, I feel like her flow should have switched. It just, there's like something missing. There's not, I don't know. I've only listened to it once because on the first listen, I was just kind of like, this is what I was waiting for, pissing me off. But I'm listening to it again, and I will say that I do think it has potential, but I also think a lot of people online hyping it up is, of course, hyping it up because they're a part of that other fan base that now JT has. We don't got to mention them, but anything, the artist that they love, anything that they do, they are going to hype it up to the 10th degree just to get, the clicks out there, which is cool. I feel like you should be that way for your favorite artist. But also, let's be honest, when things may not be what we expected, because when you look on Instagram in the comments or you look on Twitter, that's what you see. But when I go on TikTok, TikTok is the realest platform out there, to be honest with you. When I go on TikTok and I see verbal reviews of people that I know love JT, love her music, all the things, it's like, okay, so y'all are hearing what I'm hearing. I'm not musically,
I'm not making it up. Yes.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to find an issue here. This is definitely an issue. And I think the project has a lot of potential. The thing I love about JT the most is that she takes risks and she's not doing anything that everybody else is doing. I do like the fact that a lot of the content of the project isn't the same basic, like, of course there are like booty shaking and scam and talk, but she is talking and delivering different messages and verbiage wise. It's just the flow. Like, I don't want to hear you sounding so lazy and uninterested and boring on these tracks, babe. Like,
and I think
so I'm gonna give it another go because I think it does have potential. There are some songs on there that I did like. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it, but I was just kind of like, for this to be as anticipated as it was, girl, what happened? I don't know.
Yeah, I would say pretty much my sentiments are the same. I don't know if it's just like, it was just throwing me off, like her talking so slow, and I'm like, this is a faster beat. Why are you just like, it just gives
flatline.
And I would say that anytime that JT puts out a song, that's really the issue for me. Is it just as like,
and as a fellow monotone girl, I know how to put a little emphasis and enunciate and fluctuate my tone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm no rapper, but I'm just saying you have to.
I feel like if you talking cash shit, then I need to feel that. I just kind of feel like you're reading off of a page, and not. I'm not insinuating. Like, I'm not insinuating. Yeah, I'm not insinuating that somebody else is writing it. Like, you could have very well wrote it, but now I'm just reading my words word for word rather than, okay, here is what I'm gonna say. Now I'm actively going to deliver it better. I will say that maybe that's one thing that she could
work on,
like, should benefit from, is sometimes not necessarily having writers, but maybe like a vocal producer to be like, okay, here's the raps are good, but now we have to formulate these raps into a song. We have to know how to go with
Yeah,
the
because
beat.
her hooks and choruses never really give, to be honest.
They're never really good. Like that, she could use work on. Like maybe bring a writer into, hey, write the hook, write the chorus for you to kind of make things flow and make them sound better. And that's really just what it is. It's just like
sonically.
I hear the beat and then I hear her voice and it's like it's not a happy marriage between the two. It sounds off. And I'm like, speed it up, like wake up. Like, drink some coffee. I need you to do something because I can't just hear lemon peppers on my wings. Bitch.
Although I do love Stunner Girl.
Are we going to sleep or what are we doing? Like I cannot be listening to that, getting dressed to go out. It's just like,
no,
it's not giving me like, you're not boosting my mood. You're not really giving me anything. Like I hear what you're saying and you saying some shit, but now I need you to take the shit that you saying and give me a bop at the same time.
Delivery.
Because I don't have an issue with you taking shots at people. If you got beef with these girls, then this is the time and place where you should be saying it.
Beef it up, babe. We don't care. Like, just listen. I love Cardi, but she took some good shots at her. Those some good jabs. Okay?
Yeah.
But the delivery of the jabs was just like,
like if I'm gonna punch you, you gonna feel it. And I just feel like it was just like a dud.
Yeah.
You know how you get a bad batch of fireworks and it's like pew, pew, and it goes right out? That's how I felt like it was. It was like, oh. You know how those bad ones go, like, oh, it had potential, and that was just a dud. Like, next.
Like, when you open the soda and you think it's about to fizzle out, and it's just like,
yeah, you're like,
damn.
Like, you just know that it's not giving what you anticipated. So, yeah. And so I will say it's not doing it for me. For me, in my African American household, it don't have no replay value at this point.
That's the other thing people said, the replay value, and I do agree. I hate that for me and for her and for the Juvies. I hate that. I hate it. The visuals, the budget for this video was up. I really liked the video. It was great. She looked great. Nice, cute little storyline, throwback vibes. I'm just trying to think about the positive things because I don't want to hate this, but I also know that
I think positive wise is she didn't let the naysayers say anything about her. I think so much of the City Girls is you associate the City Girls with Young Miami. You don't necessarily associate the City Girls with JT. And major of that is just because when they were really popping, JT was in jail. So those are things that you really can't do anything about. I will say positively, she has done a good job of creating her own fan base separate from. This is not necessarily a City Girls fan base. This isn't a Young Miami fan base. This is my fan base. These are my people. These are the people that I'm talking to. So I feel like she has been doing a really good job with that and just putting out the project, putting it out. Okay, whether it is a hit or a miss, you put it out. And I hope that it's one of those things that you can take some of the criticism because it's not negative. I want to like it. I really want to like it, but I just need the personality. And I feel like that's my really only critique of anything JT across the board is just the personality. Because I just refuse to believe that your personality is just flat across the board.
Yeah. I agree. Well,
so I won't be like
a little bit.
Yeah, I won't be like, oh, I'll never listen to another project from her. If she puts out another one, I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to listen to it with open ears, and I want to see where it goes.
Yeah. I do think that some of these will grow, especially like being outside. Some of them, it's like, okay, this is like a Sexy Red type outside type of song. Or, I think,
I'm gonna listen to some things in the gym. Like I feel like, different areas give you a different vibe. So I'm gonna listen to it in the gym and we gonna see like if it really like if it can keep up with my pre-workout like energy in the gym, then okay. It'll probably grow on me and then I'll just like mix it in,
Yeah.
shuffle it here. I'm sure it's going to be on a couple different playlists on Apple. So I'll see how it kind of feeds and separate it as like, okay, here's this one song. Maybe just hearing this song by itself and not sequence with the song that came before it or a song that's after it. Maybe it'll grow on me differently. I'm willing to give it more opportunity to grow on me.
Yeah, because her singles, I liked all of them honestly. So No Bars and what's it called? Okay, I liked Okay. What was the other one? Dang, can't remember. Anyway, well, whatever. Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. So I think those are the main things that I needed to cover today.
We covered a lot.
I feel like
I think we covered a lot.
I feel like we did as well. I feel like we did.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to go back and listen to JT and report back and see how I feel. Because
we can reconvene. I'll give you a week. By the next time we come to record, then we can touch on it again and let me see if it's changed.
Yeah. The last thing. Are you caught up? This is a hard right. Are you caught up on Love Island yet or no? Because
caught up? No. I just started watching. So now that you told me that it's over, I might as well just watch all the episodes.
No, babe, I thought you were going to catch up because I'm telling you, the internet is going to ruin it for you.
The internet's not going to ruin it. The internet's not going to ruin it for me because I don't be on Twitter. So it's not going to ruin it for me.
No, it's not just on Twitter. TikTok, my whole TikTok is
my TikTok has nothing about Love Island on it.
Okay.
So we finished episode 3 where Coy went home.
Fine.
He was just a dud.
He was slow burn.
He was very slow burn, very much a dud. Just one of those people like, oh, I look good and women should come to me. That's what his energy was giving. And then when what's her face went over there to Connor, baby, she was out of there. Out of there. I knew from the first time she talked to Connor.
You know Connor is mixed.
Oh, not a mixed king.
Mixed king.
So yeah, she's out of there. So yeah, so now that I know like the season is over, I might as well I can keep watching, but I'll lock myself in the house and just watch TV. And I only will watch Love Island.
That's what I thought you were going to do, but
I haven't been home. I haven't been home. Now I'm home. I'm stationary. So all you have to do is just keep me updated as when the next one comes out.
Yeah, we have some time.
Yeah, so I have time to catch up.
Like a year.
I have like 6 weeks. I have 6 weeks. I have nowhere to go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well.
So I have
once you do this, then I'll tell you which seasons to go back and watch because you don't have to go back and watch all of them, but there are some key seasons that are like, oh yeah, you would like this one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna catch up. But now that I understand, and I also didn't understand the premise of Love Island. So now I kind of correlated more towards like Perfect Match, but a longer span of time. Because Perfect Match, I'm like, y'all know these motherfuckers for 2 weeks. What are we talking about here?
I think there are some people that were on Love Island or other like dating shows that were on the Perfect Match.
I don't think so. No, Perfect Match is only Netflix shows.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they did some type of like, just like for example, The Challenge on MTV has like Big Brother, Love Island. Those are CBS casts.
Oh, maybe. So maybe they just did one show and then did another show. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. But I'm committed to catching up. Now I understand the premise of it. So I got it. That they're supposed to be making connections because everybody needs to have a match. And the person that don't have a match got to get up out of it. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Now that I understand, we can get watch.
Okay. Well, okay. Yes. I'll make a little note sheet so that all the things, and like literally my one friend from work, we send each other TikToks. So once you get to that point, then I'll just send those TikToks to you.
Yeah.
Because this season is the highest. Like literally the U.S. viewership quadrupled this season. So celebrities, people who never even watch Love Island or know anything about it, have been watching it and talking about it. Like people you wouldn't even think. Oh. So I'm like, okay.
That means they're about to get shaken. Okay. So now I'm invested. Now I'm really invested. Yeah. I'm going to finish. Yeah. So we'll talk about Love Island.
Yeah. But okay, girl.
Okay.
So 29,
Episode
25.
29 is in the books.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, period.
Dang, what we gonna do for 30? Well, come back next week to find out.
Dun dun dun.
All right, bye.
Bye.